Hello everyone! Welcome back to Tony's Movie Reviews. And tonight, we're going to talk about a movie which was nominated for several Oscars in 2018. So it's a 2017 movie. It was the latest movie as of now from one of my favorite directors, Paul Thomas Anderson. And it stars one of his usual actors, Daniel Day-Lewis, So Thomas Anderson also directed There Will Be Blood. If you remember, Daniel Day-Lewis won an Oscar for Best Actor for that movie. So I think a decade later, they're doing this movie called The Phantom Thread. Phantom Thread. So it's my favorite. It's a ravishing movie. I love it very much. Anyway, before I start, I'd like to say hello to all of my frontliner friends, my nurses friends and doctor friends, and all the supermarket cashiers and grocery clerks, grocery boys, bag boys, gas station boys. So please take care out there. Keep safe always, and don't be careful of your hygiene always, because we are fighting a virus that's invisible. Also, if you're planning still to watch Phantom Thread, although it's an old movie, because it was released in 2017, you can switch off and look for another video of mine. But if you want to know more about the story, because I might give you I might give parts of the spoilers. So if you don't want that, then you have to leave. But otherwise, if it's okay with you, then please stay. So again, Phantom Thread was directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. It stars Daniel Day-Lewis and one of my favorite actresses, Leslie Manville, and new actress Vicky Krieps, who is from Luxembourg. So she's a new discovery, and she's an amazing actress, and I love her work in this movie. So The Phantom Thread is about a designer set in the 50s in London. So Daniel Day-Lewis and Leslie Manville play brother and sister. And if you watch the movie, you'll notice that Daniel Day-Lewis has a string of girlfriends, and if he doesn't like them anymore, it's the sister who says bye-bye. But he finally meets his match in Vicky Krieps. No? So they met in a restaurant, and then it's a beautiful scene. You should watch it. So eventually, their sparks fly, and they're together. And the character of Vicky Krieps is perfect for Daniel Day-Lewis' character because she's tall, she has a body of a model, she's pretty, and then she has the right proportions for the dresses that Daniel Day-Lewis' character makes. So let's see what their names are in the movie. Oh yeah, Reynolds Woodcock is Daniel Day-Lewis, Cyril Woodcock is Leslie Manville, and Alma Elson is Vicky Krieps. So Alma and Reynolds, so they're the love team. Okay, like any Paul Thomas Anderson movie, this movie, I will not pretend that I understood the movie. But this one, I get this one more than There Will Be Blood or Magnolia or his other movies that he did. No, The Master. Those are really strange. But this one, again, it's strange, but I kind of get what he wants to show, because it's a love story, but it's a different kind of love story, and you'll see when you watch the movie, because the character of Reynolds Woodcock is somebody who's in control of everything. Daniel Day-Lewis plays the part brilliantly because he's so, the way he stands, the way he talks, he really embodies the role. It's like a British gentleman of the highest order, but kind of cold and distant, and so the woman has to really find a way to ingratiate themselves into his life, because his life is so structured, and it's Cyril who holds everything together. Because just like any other artist, because fashion designer is an artist, um, Reynolds Woodcock has his moods, and when he goes off the rails, so not good for business. But his sister Cyril um, gets him back and pulls him back and makes sure that all these dresses have to be delivered. So the muse here is Alma. She's the latest muse from a long line of girls. But you'll see as the movie continues that um, Reynolds Woodcock finally meets his match. And there are several interesting scenes towards the last hour of the movie, the last 45 minutes, where find it so bizarre. And then when I read the reviews and the explanation, I realized, so this is what a toxic relationship. It's a toxic relationship. It's like in science, we studied parasitism, commensalism. I cannot really pinpoint. It's like commensalism with parasitism combined with um, masochism. Masochism because and sadism, because they're doing to each other. So Reynolds and Alma are doing to each other very hurtful things, but they're accepting the hurt like they're sadists, and I don't know, like they're masochists. So they inflict pain, and then they accept pain, and then but they really depend on each other, because if they can't live with each other. So that's where the not even parasitism. It's more of they need each other, because if you take out Vicky, Reynolds is an artist and he needs a muse, and Alma is his muse, and Alma doesn't want to can see through Reynolds' character, so she knows Reynolds needs her. So that's how the movie is constructed. It's a relationship between these two people, very interesting relationship. I've never seen something like this. It's a bit strange. I haven't seen something like this in normal movies, because it's very bizarre. But I guess you have to ask a psychology major or a psychiatrist if such people do really exist. And I'm sure there are people like this. They match each other so well, but the relationship is so weird that normal people like us won't be able to comprehend. But well, the relationship works. They love each other, and whatever floats your boat. You know how it is in love. I strongly suggest you watch the movie. I loved it because of the fashion design. Because since Reynolds Woodcock, Daniel Day-Lewis' character, is a fashion designer, the clothes are so beautiful. They're all era appropriate, because it's the 1950s, so everybody wears this 1950s costume. I read an interview where Leslie Manville said, yes, she could not wear those clothes anymore because they're very specific to a certain era. But she said some of the clothes, like the coats, she could wear because they're so well made, and they look so they're well designed that it can pass for a 2020 dress. Because you have to remember, the movie was set 70 years ago, so some of the hats, the dresses are so dated already, but it looks perfect for that era. If you're a fashion major, a theater major, a costume design major, you should watch this movie. I love actually so there are three major characters. The fourth character are the clothes. The clothes is a mirror of Reynolds Woodcock, of Daniel Day-Lewis. So his work is seen, his passion for his work is seen in the clothes, And incidentally, the costume designer here won an Oscar for best costume design, and I think deservedly so, because he really captured the essence of that era, and he was able to show, his clothes were able to show and come and become like the fourth character in the movie, character in the movie. So um, if you have time, I saw it in Netflix. It's still in Netflix. Watch it. It's a sumptuous movie. It's a ravishing movie. I love it so much. Um, I don't know if you can stomach Paul Thomas Anderson's movies, but this one, if you're into kind of a bizarre kind of love, then this is for you. So that's it. Thank you very much for your time. Please add me in your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Twitter. And please, please, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye-bye.